r/sex workers. Bnkso says, "Hi, I'm 16, and I have evidence that my 17-year-old ex-girlfriend was just flown out to work for a pimp in Las Vegas. What can I do with this? Will the police even do anything?" Included photo. Full Metal Sports Bra says, "Transporting a minor over state lines to engage in commercial sex is considered trafficking. If that is what's happening here, you should alert the FBI." Gathin Healthcare says, "The text also screams money laundering also. I wouldn't be surprised if this pimp is working for someone a lot bigger up the chain, which definitely could warrant appropriate use of resources by the feds." Dontgal Melaturl says, "I lived in Vegas for over 20 years and have seen this before. Happened to 3 friends of mine, one of which was found deceased in a hotel after overdosing on laced drugs. Contact the human trafficking hotline, Google it, give them as much info as you possibly can. She will quickly disappear in Vegas. Dudes be creepy AF in that city, no joke." Gathin Healthcare says, "I don't know much, but last time I checked, trafficking of a minor was a federal offense." Seba says, "Trafficking any human and sentient beings should be a criminal offense." Main Course Delegance says, "This post is heartbreaking, / Hey, it's Miss I says, "He gon' have her standing outside of that Burger King. Please report this to the police." Janella Park Chicago says, "Report to the police immediately. Human trafficking hotline, all of that." Backend by I says, 16 and 17 is insane, that's sad though. Better_pickle_640 says, "It's really sad and scary because it will not be like that. He's gonna beat her ads and rape her and probably let his friends rape her, then he's gonna sell her or her body and pimp her out and separate and cut off all contact with her family. This is so I'm sad. Please call the FBI." Chris Lopez Bobby says, "That's so crazy because I was in Vegas and heard that they have pimps in, like WTF, I didn't know that existed in this era, in like why." ATX_Traveler94 says, "Report to the FBI, Las Vegas police, wherever you're from. She's gonna end up dead." Jamma Jam Jimmy says, "Why you on OnlyFans? I need 16. Responsible_sport 575 says, "Hopefully you're just trolling because that's awful." One will destroy ISIS says, "WTF bro, call the police." Fuzzy Distribution 79 says, "FBI ASAP." Notha Mainshire Actor says, "The FBI might be able to help in this case. A lot of evidence is presented here." Disastrous_doctor_24 says, "EWWY she messaging a mongrel." Repeat Minime Bro says, "If she is going there willingly, there is not much that you can about it." r/sex workers. David_Al says, "Is it common to reject a client for being young? Hi, I turned 19 in February and I wanted to book a session with an escort. It would have been my first time. I did as required. Sent my ad for screening. She says she's not comfortable with seeing someone that young, even though it clearly says I'm a legal age. What difference does it make? Does she think I won't have the money? She is in her early 30s, so it's not a huge gap either. I was a bit disappointed because I've been following her on SM for a while and really wished I could have booked with her." MR_unbiased says, "Very common. When I was your age it was so hard to find one okay with seeing me. Majority had 25 plus and a lot were even 30 plus or 35 plus. I've actually noticed a lot more providers willing to see younger men now compared to when I was your age, so it's gotten better." Wyank says, 19 is way too young for me personally. It's not about the money, it's just an age preference and sometimes the immaturity I don't have patience for. M0nstera_delicious says, I couldn't see a 19-year-old. I'm old enough to be your mother. It wouldn't feel right. Have you tried booking very young escorts? You might have luck with a fellow teenager or early 20s provider. I do think escorts tend to assume young men are broke, which isn't very fair, but is sometimes the case. Hurricane Katrina says, myself, I won't see anyone under 21. It's not personal, just an age preference. Sassida Gracie says, yep, super common. Your brain isn't done developing yet. It might not seem like a big age gap to you, but it is to her, and many adults still. Stayugly_ says, I'm 28 and it doesn't bother me. I work in a bread zero thel, so can't always tell age on face value, but can usually tell if a client is younger. But if they seem fine in the intro, I'm the same way I would judge any client I'm about to see, say if they seem safe etc. Then I will accept their booking. TTTT27 says, at age 19, you might want to focus on developing a relationship with someone your age, rather than hiring a sex worker. Unless you have the funds to make a regular habit of this. If you don't, save your money. You've seen the responses here, many just don't want to deal with a 19-year-old. If you're inexperienced, realize that many girls at 19 are also inexperienced. Go slow and figure things out together. If you're going to ignore my advice and do this, please be careful. Cops in the US run stings to entrap and arrest clients. You'd be better off traveling to a country where this is safe and legal and going to a brothel. Somewhere like New Zealand, Australia, Germany or the Netherlands. RXX1CH1 says, early 30s here. I don't care if he is past the age of consent or legal age, or whatever and have the money. I refuse to see anyone under 25. Guys from that age group can hardly afford me, and I simply do not get off from playing older stepsister or aunt or MILF. In fact, major turn off. Conversely, I also refuse those that are 60 or older. I have a full-time career, and I'm only a part-time sex workers, so I can be, or rather, need to be, more choosy with who I do business with. Agitated_passion9296 says, I'm 35 and feel uncomfortable seeing 18 to 20-year-olds. You're young enough to be my child and you all look like babies. Maybe try finding a younger provider. Someone in their early 20s will see you. r/sex workers. Shawnathanus says, is it okay to ask for a specific look? I'm getting ready to see a provider for the first time in almost 20 years and need advice so I don't offend her. I found her on Trist and she has different looks on the photo she provided. I understand that people prefer long nails and lots of makeup, but I do not, and I want to know how to convey this without being offensive. Is this even possible? Do I get what I get and don't throw a fit, or can I/should I ask for specific things I would like/not like? I feel like a douchebag just asking here. Theral Fansub says, I would not cut my nails for one client. I like my nails, I pay a lot of money for my nails to look nice, and they take a while to grow back out. I'd be fine with someone asking for natural or very little makeup, but I'm not changing something that takes a fair amount of time and money both to do and to fix for a single booking. Better_pickle_640 says, that's like saying, hey, would you be willing to dye your hair to a totally different color just for me? Doucha baggery in that ask. Theral Fansub says, I really can't imagine asking a stranger to change something they live with 24/7 for an hour of my own enjoyment, but that's just me. Tompajat69 says, you can ask if she can do a more natural/minimal makeup look for you if booking 2 hours plus. But the males you can't expect her to change. Maybe just book a different provider? Talibumkrum says, if you are asking her to change anything about her look, be prepared to hear no, and also be prepared to fully fund the change. Better_pickle_640 says, some girls who get long nails pay $120 to $150 a set, so I would not be cutting off my nails unless you were willing to replace them. And honestly I wouldn't do it anyways, because you know I have long nails already, so contact someone that doesn't have long nails, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to take off work time that I could be making money and go get a new set of nails after I see you. That all needs to be compensated. Salmon Thaski says, find somebody with a look you like. Asking a provider to change something about herself won't be met kindly. Just Kitenxo says, you can ask her to not wear makeup or to wear minimal makeup. Unless she's wearing press-ons, the nails are likely very attached to her. You can mention that you noticed that in some pictures she has long nails and in some she has short nails, and ask what her current nail length is. If her nails are currently long, asking her to remove them just for you is unreasonable. Raven Marie says, please be willing to pay a tip, otherwise not a problem. Sassida Gracie says, why would you book someone if you don't like how she looks? Mslilith 777 says, I ask my clients if there's anything specific they want me to wear. If she offers up the question, feel free to speak your mind, but otherwise it's kind of a dick move. Pagine Crawford says, there are literally so many girls who have shorter nails and wear light or no makeup. Why not book one of them? Asking someone to cut their nails for what I assume is a short, single appointment and not a monthly arrangement is an audacious ask, in my humble opinion. This is similar to the men who email or message companions with short hair, specifically pixie cuts, and tell them that they are enchanted and would love to book them, etc. And then go so far as to request they wear a wig or grow their hair out. Again, they are asking someone to change a physical part of their body for what I assume is probably a 1 to 4 hour appointment. This is especially egregious when there are literally thousands of providers with long hair. We're the majority, that's for sure. I will tell you that anyone who I know who's been asked such a question will always be quick to quote around a $1,000 upcharge for such an audacious request. That's all for this video, thank you for watching, please subscribe.